Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a new LEGO military video, today with the F-14 Tomcat. So hey, how are you? I know it's been a while from my latest project, but finally we have something really big. I spent a lot of time on this project, I tried to implement as many details as possible, and I really hope you will love this machine as much as me. The F-14 Tomcat is in my heart from the first Top Gun movie. I hope you watched that movie because it's awesome, and very soon will arrive also the second movie with Tom Cruise, and we will not have this aircraft anymore, but the F-18 Super Hornet, that I'll make a second version as well, so very soon will arrive a second version as well. And for who don't know, this is the second version of the F-14 Tomcat. I already made this aircraft many years ago. Here you can see the first version compared to the second. I think you may notice some improvements here and there. Overall, this one was not too bad, but the new one is much better on a different level. Especially, I think the front part turned out much better, but also the tails, well, everything. It's better in almost everything. I don't know if you can recognize all the improvements. There are some live streams where I started the building, so you can check also the live stream to know what I changed, but as a fast recap, I changed the 90% of the project, so now it's really different. And I'm so excited to show you all the things I added, because probably there are things that you didn't even know the aircraft had. For example, did you know the F-14 had canards here? If you are thinking, what the hell, don't worry, it's normal, but yes, it had canards. You can see here in some photos. As usual, as fast reminder, in the description of the video you can find the link to download the PDF instructions for this project. PDF instructions made by one of my closest friends, Kodiak Bricks. And what, Cody? You want to say something? Please, do it.
Howdy, I'm Kodiak Bricks, and I make stuff. I find that one of the most important aspects of designing well is to pick appropriate music to design with. For example, swing can go well if you're designing a 1920s speakeasy. If you need some inspiration to finish your version of a Kerbal Space Program craft, look no further than the game's soundtrack itself. And if you need to knuckle out some instructions for a Russian APC, you can... What is that noise? Oppa!
Okay guys, if you want you can find the link to Cody channel in the description of the video. So let's continue, nothing happened. So what I was saying, you can find the instructions for this project in the description of the video. And as a second reminder, if you see something weird like green, bright green parts like here or like inside here, I use bright green colors for parts that are usually not visible, so you can change the bright green color with anything you have, or rainbow colors, or something is cheaper you already have at home. So let's analyze the project from the cockpit. We started here, so we have, as we said before, the minifigures. Maybe we can remove them a second, so I can show you the instruments. We have here the joystick for the aircraft, so this one can be moved in any direction because it's a ball joint, just like a real joystick. Here we have some instruments in bright green because you can choose whatever you want. So if you don't like these instruments, you can choose something different, or you have maybe custom stickers, why not? While here we have the seats, custom, so we don't have the standard chair, Lego chair, but we have a custom seat here, two of them. While here on the front we can see we have the HUD for the pilot. And now I place the minifigure inside again and close the cockpit, so I can show you how it looks like with the cockpit closed and the minifigure inside. So this is how it looks like with the cockpit closed. From the top, on the left side, we can find here the main gun, the cannon. Then we can find some pipes here on the sides. on the right side we have the air refueling pipe, so I added this detail as well. Now on the project here is a little bit difficult to move because, as you may notice, we have to click in many sections. Of course in real life is a little bit easier because you have something really useful, fingers. So this is how it looks like with the refueling pipe opened. So another addition that I loved to make. It took a while, but I think it was worth it, because now we have the air refueling. Maybe later we will check only the landing gears. For now, here we have the front sensors. Also this section, I think, turned out pretty well with all the instruments. Yes, the landing gear later because it will take some time. Then here on the front we can notice we have the air intakes for the engines angled. Like the real one, another thing that I loved to introduce. Here we have some beacon lights. As a reminder, we have green for the right and red for the left. Well, actually, this way it's more clear. So we have green, green, red, red. Also here on the bottom, red, red, green and green. We have canards. Maybe I can close one just to show you how it looks like with the canards closed. Okay, from here it's more visible. So you can close the canards inside and they will fit here, this way. Here we have a stopper, so when you close it will match perfectly the position and stop this way. So this is how it looks like with the canard closed. This is how it looks like with the canards, the canard, in this case only one, open. So let's continue. Here we have other air intakes. Actually, this one can be, if you want, can be opened and check the inside. I added some details inside as well. On the top we can find some antennas and beacon lights. We can move here the flaps, so you can open them this way. This is needed for the landing, for example. Of course you can do the same also on the other wing. For now it's not needed. And of course we can close the wings, but later. We check them later, don't worry, just wait a second. Here, the tail, we have other details added, like these are collision lights. Here on the left one, we can find it on the front, and on the right one, we can find it on the rear. Of course, the tail can move, so we have the ailerons that can be moved, left and right. Here, of course, the tail wings can move as well. So let's move it up and down. As you may notice, we can move them. Another thing we have here are air brakes. Here are in open position. As you may notice, I also tried to keep the red color for the inside, but of course we can close them. Oh, here this one is not red. Okay. I'll fix that for the instructions, don't worry, the color will be the right one. So as I said, this one can be closed. So this is how it looks like with the upper air brake closed. Here we have the bottom air brakes, but we can close them later when we will check the bottom side. But of course we have air brakes and a resting hook for the aircraft carrier, but we will have a better look later. Here we have the rear sensors, and at the end the engines. So the engines can be opened and closed, of course, so you can make them more open. Of course, here we have the Jolly Roger camouflage. I'm planning to introduce also custom stickers to make it even cooler, but if you don't like this camo, you want the standard gray, you have simply to change the black color with gray. So about the main wings, of course they can be closed, just like the real fighter, so we can simply close them this way. And I introduced two things here. The first one, it can close like this, 1 and 2. This is the high speed position, but I added another feature quite interesting. Now, if we check the inside, a little spoiler about how it's designed, as you may notice, the wing has a little bit more space inside. Why? Because the wing can be closed even more. If you notice now, the main wing is overlapping the tail wing. This is needed on the aircraft carrier to reduce the space on the bridge or inside the hangar. So we have this position when flying and this one only to reduce the space on the aircraft carrier. And I think it's a nice addition to be noticed. I don't know how many of you knew about this feature, but I tried to add also this one here. First, I want to reopen the wing so we can check it in both the configurations, closed and opened. Let's rotate the aircraft upside down, and what we can find here is first the front landing gear that I think turned out awesome, I love it. Unfortunately here we had to find some compromise because it's Lego. This aircraft is really compact, we really don't have so much space for everything. This is the hook for the catapult. To close the landing gear we have to remove it. Unfortunately we can't simply close it, we don't have enough space, so we have to remove it. And now the landing gear can be closed without problems. So we can simply close this one inside here. And then we can close also here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And so this is how it looks like with the front hatch closed. Now about this one, you can push this one inside here and this one more inside here to reduce the space and close also this one. Then we have the back landing gears. As usual, this is the most tricky section. As you may notice, here we have a ball joint. This one will be very useful because with our magic fingers we need to do many tricks. Here on the program is a little bit more tricky, but first you have to disconnect the wall here, the wall landing gear from the main fuselage, and disconnecting this part here. After you disconnect, something that we will not do now because it's more tricky, you can rotate this one 90 degrees this way. Okay, so you disconnect and rotate this one 90 degrees. Then we have to rotate this one 90 degrees as well, this way. And now we are finally ready to place this one inside this space. Now on the program will be faster because I simply click here and place this one inside. In real life, thanks to the ball joint, you have to move it a little, will be a bit tricky, but don't worry, it can fit inside here. Now once the landing gear is placed in position, we can close this hatch. So this one can be simply closed this way. And boom, this is how it looks like with the landing gear closed. And what happened here? We lost a piece. Sorry, the program. So this is how it looks like with the landing gear closed. I think it turned out pretty nice. It's not completely hidden, but I don't think it's a big deal. Here it's open and here it's closed. Here we have the space for the pylons, for the weapons that I'll show you very soon. So let's continue with the rear section. As I said before, we have other air brakes, the bottom air brakes that can be closed as well. So this is how it looks like with the air brakes closed. And here we have the arresting hook, this one needed for the aircraft carrier that we can close as well. And I think it's finally time to check the weapons. So as I said before, this aircraft has custom pylons, but why I say the custom? We have standard pylons? Actually yes. If you get the instructions for this project, you will get also these bonus instructions. Aircraft ordnance. So you will get all the weapons I realized until now, because if you want to use, I don't know, a Russian missile on the F-14, who I am to stop you? So you will receive this whole package with all the weapons I realized until now. We have many kind of weapons and, as I said before, also pylons. So here you can see the standard pylons. But for the F-14 we have more customized pylons that are very similar but a bit different. We have the pylons that connect under the fuselage, one here and the other one goes here. They are specifically made to not interfere with the landing gear hatches, and we have space for weapons here on the bottom and on the side. While these one are needed for the fuselage. So if you want to add weapons also under the fuselage, we can add this as well. And let's check the weapons. I'm9 Sidewinders missiles, so let's add the Sidewinder. Another standard weapon is the I'm7 Sparrow that you can see here. And finally we have one of the most famous long-range air-to-air missile here, the I'm54 Phoenix. These are the main weapons of this aircraft. Now I'll show you how they connect, but as I said before, you can connect all the weapons you want. We may add a Sidewinder here on the side and also on the other, so you can check how they look like with the wing open and closed, like this. Okay, so here we have the main missiles, while the Phoenix usually are under the fuselage, and we may add 4 of them. Then at this point, usually in the standard configuration, we have also here some fuel tanks. In this case, this is the one we will use, but as you may notice, we have other different fuel tanks in different sites and kinds, if you prefer. Fuel tanks, one here and one here. Now, I hope they are connected properly. Not so much, but we don't care because I just want to show you fastly how it looks like. As I said before, this is the standard configuration, but you can choose whatever you want with the aircraft ordnance pack, so you can add also rockets or whatever you want. And not only that, we have another addition that is kind of interesting that I'll show you now. Can you see this tile here? You can remove it, and in the aircraft ordnance, you can find here the ladder to go inside the aircraft. So you can add also this one here. Now I think I have shown you everything. And also for today that's all. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as me. If yes, remember to leave a thumbs up. Check also my other projects clicking in the right up corner or checking in the description of the video. And let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and hopefully will be my next project. And this is the end. As usual, see you again in the next video. Bye!